Au.
Šta ima ljudi moji? Sve dobro? Šta mi radi? Da bi imao slatkiša. Danas igramo Medan. Završava se igra Lepa Prica. Čemu uvijek ljudi? Gdje se nalazi? Zagubio sam jučer.
Pa ja završava se polako i ovo dođe svemu kraj. Aha. Da dođe ovako ruku.
Sad ćemo to obaviti ovdje.
Kako ja čujem. Dobro.
Čuje. Jel se čuje?
Čuje se, da.
Dobro. Ja sad rođa šta si htio.
To sad.
To si, da. Evo sad, da igram. Nema nikoga koji šiša. Evo, ti. Evo sam žirat, dozivaš mi zmije.
Kobajanki. Hoće njega u džep. Evo ga, idemo ljudi, play alone i da vidimo šta će se sada izdešavati. Znači, live-u završavam ovu igricu. Tako je, završit ćemo.
Ko je to?
Ko je ta?
Ko je to?
Ne znam ko je ta. 12.5. Sad će trebati malo vremena da ovog očita.
15 do 2, kako je još. Još sat i pol.
Pa...
Tačno sad, tamo bi ja odem po druga. Već bi tamo. Zamisli imaš koliko godina. Zamisli koliko godina imaš.
Joj 0 godina.
Ako neko dijete, majke.
Šta je sve ovo?
Samo uđi dole.
Da ne vidim nešto.
Samo. Kako neće, majke mu ga. Nuka. Ajde.
Više sad kad ćemo da se očita, pa ćemo skloniti.
Vada će se skloniti.
Dobri ovi prstan da mi brskuje, čujem brskuje.
Još.
Eto. Šta, ovdje sam stao?
Kako?
Džaba zoveš, ne može ti pomoći niko. Nema ti pomoći.
Evo ovog ludaka što ubija na centru.
Maybe there's something down there that can help us get the power back on.
We need to get that radio working.
One of us should wait.
Kakav sam mokar jebote.
I'll go.
Ne,
Obviously. I can do this. I can
Yo.
do one go. Hey, little bro. What's up? I'm thinking you might deserve a promotion. How's medium bro sound? What are you talking about? Stepped up to the plate. Put yourself right in the line of fire. It kind of makes me nice to respect. Not if the picture's a machine gun. I'm impressed. Seriously. So what do you think?
I got this.
I got this. I'm not losing you to this fucking shit.
I'm coming too.
Hey, what? No.
I am going. That's it. Case closed.
Okay. Well, let's get to it then. All right. You and me, Julie.
Nešto sam još otkrio, vidiš se prođao.
Šta?
Kao bude se završeno da je to pada.
Aha, dobro. Ima da... E sad ako opet neko poginu, jebem ti ja u igricu. Eto. Idi u pičku maternu, šta je? Dobro je, živi smo, samo smo spali. Još ova posječena.
Evo da, kad nisam klikao. Ja ne možeš ti odmah u trenutku znati, jebi ga. Neizvjesno ica.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Find the generator. If we can get it started, we can power up the radio. I'll wait here by the radio. Here.
Pajač.
Šta on sad će gore da stoji i ovi da... Ovi će
Pa
da...
kad je pičica.
Dok su ovi spustu se dole i...
After you.
Šta sam malo vidio?
Da će ova Zatomić.
O, ček. Stani bona, pomeri se.
Moraš obići. Ništa id naprijed.
Evo vidimo ljudi šta je ovo.
Nešto piše.
Stani bo. Ja, pa ko će ovo ljudi ovo da čita?
Koga je?
Clear case of Kosor. Ma bježi, da čito ja. Koji hoće da čita, nek stopira. Može da pauzira i da čita ako mu se čita. Go.
Mrtac. Ovo je neka žena ovo.
Aha. Ljudi, neka slika od nekog dečaka.
Joj, to je onog dječaka, sjećaš što je onaj...
Top Pops come back soon. The fuck.
A znaš da je to ona slika kad je onaj...
Znam, slika od ovog sina.
Ja mislim da je odatle i taj čovjek izaš. Znači, onaj brat je poginuo od ovih.
Ja, onaj plavutan, onaj.
Zaboravio Vuk, ti čekaj.
Puko glavom juče, razbije se glava, bo.
Kaj ga nisu se uspio
A šta će? Ne znam ni da, morat ćeš ti da odradiš ono, ti znaš to, ono, kad bude otkucaj srce, ja to ne znam, brate, ja pogrešim uvijek, ono. Bićeš tamo kad bude. Ono, kad moraš da pritiskaš, ono, kad ti bude ona linija išla, ono, onako.
Joj.
E, to ćeš ti odraditi, molim te, ja to ne znam, nema šanse. Pošto si ti uspio u prvoj live-u da odradiš to.
Šta, to će biti sve.
Šta ovo proleće više? Koji je ovo kurac?
Mrtvaci, bre.
Hello?
Ili da je ovo mrtvački broj.
First time in a while. Nothing jumped out at me.
Yeah, I think we're all going crazy.
Ne znam šta je proletilo, ali neki đavo je proletio.
Make us go crazy.
Maybe we're breathing it in and it's fucking us right the hell up. None of this shit is happening.
This couldn't have anything to do with the plane wreck we died.
It was a search and rescue plane. The whole reason it even came out here was because the people on the ship sent out a distress signal. I guess by the time the plane got here, it was too late. Everyone on the ship had lost their minds, so they shot it down. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, what they thought they saw.
Ajde, bo, koliko ćete pričat više.
Let's get going.
se razbara.
Pa kada ona tako hoće, ali nije, tu je. Šta je sad ovo? Ne vidim šta piše. Aha.
Jo.
Ja. Ja.
A to je sigurno što reći.
Ship was anchored.
I wonder why.
Put a G power order received to every. Aha, nema više. Vidi. Vrati. Vidi.
Čekaj, samo klikću desno.
Zatvori je više. Je.
Tu.
Pa šta sam, gdje sam ovo? Ovdje ne mogu.
A, tamo.
Aha.
You ever wonder what would have happened if we went to Japan on vacation instead?
Sad moje ovdje da ide. Ajde, idi naprijed, šta tu, 3 sata.
Tamo nešto ulazi. Evo opet onog ima.
Hey, look at this.
The rebreather.
Idemo za ronjenje.
Da.
You think it still works?
It's got maybe a few minutes of air left. Worth taking with us?
A samo
Just gonna slow us down.
Ostav to, šta će?
Not worth the risk.
Bješ. Džaba da ga nosim sa sobom. A, našli smo onog Konrada.
ko je to? Ko je to lik?
A?
Ko je lik to?
Ma onaj, što je pao, što je razbio glavu.
O,
Šta je sad ovo?
evo, zavezano. Jer to je ono,
Bere se, majko, znaš koliko je bijesan.
Šta sad će ga zaklati, šta?
Ne, pojma šta će mu. Aaaa!
Priklao ga u čiju.
Malo ga zavodeo, gdje ne treba. Nešto mu se priviđa, majka, izgubljen.
Viđaju za...
Sad ćeš ti, drži ti sad da ti pritiskaš ono.
Čekaj,
Odradi ti taj dio.
jebem u mater. A jebote.
Ne veze, ne veze,
Ne može, nisam mogao, brate.
ne veze, dobro je. Znači, sad sam skonto. Moram tek na kraju, kad pređe liniju. Kad bude
Samo je bitno da ti dođe do linije, ne
Aha.
moraš. Dođe do linije, samo pritisneš ga, ne moraš on držati, samo pritisneš, ono...
Znam. Zajebano jebote.
Daj da pomoć.
Ajde,
Ovo nisam...
taj ti dio odradi. Pošto će trebat će još. Ono što ljudi ne znam ja to, boje da radi neku iskusa što udara.
Ovo je jebo. A jebe mu, mati. Čekaj.
Neće trebati taj mislim više, ili će trebati. Čekaj da vidim.
Neću.
Or do we need to start running again?
I da ona drži ga treba.
Dobro je.
Ovo nije strašan toliko.
Nije strašno to. Ja bi nam još zajebano, druže.
Ujebe.
Šta? Otkud ovaj debil sad? Vidi ima piše majku jebao svoj.
Šta preživio? Šta mi se desi?
Ma ovaj ne znam, ovaj je bio živ svo vrijeme, ali ne znam odakle se sad pojavi.
Put the gun down. Nobody has to get hurt.
Radi i ženje.
You think I wanted to hurt anybody? I didn't get a choice in this, did I? And you do, isn't it? Isn't it now? Not again!
Sad svi njemu priviđa nešto.
What? What's changing?
Stay away! Stay back from the mist! Hey! There's no mist, man! Don't breathe it! Don't breathe the mist!
Ovo.
What mist, man? You must have seen it! It's everywhere! Yellow, creeping everywhere! It's inside now. Inside with us. Now.
Pripremim se, možda će nešto.
Just calm down.
Stalo se, vidi.
Stop! You're one of us, isn't it?
I haven't breathed any weird mist. Please, I promise.
Yeah, you're breathing the mist. It's happening. I can feel it.
Nećemo. Nema mista, sinje, ne znam šta mu znači mist. Je ovo moguće da je prosao mozak? Fil sad ubij sebe. Bate, život prosao i mozak vlada. Gle rupa na svečanu. Bote, već je troje mrtvo ladno. Ja ne mogu da ne. Ode mi žena jeba. Ubij mi ženu pred mojim očima. Ma ne, ubio bi je svakako, svejedno.
This way, I guess. Oh, come on! It's like that fucking movie with the ship into the water. Way less dancing. God damn it. Don't I get a stunt double at least?
Sam sebi postoje čovjek.
Bože. Ovaj drka kurac.
Come on, man. Where are you?
kaj čo, eto,
Nešto lupa, nešto udara, ne znam šta.
Gotta go after her.
Ona je sa čekćem, sigurno.
Sad moram sa njim da ovdje. Aha, jedno vrata.
Nešto izađe, majke ti.
Sad te vidio duha od onog.
Jesam, ja sam vidio. Evo.
Da, može na ovom vratu. Možda ne na ovom.
Ja sam vidio, brate, duha. Svi oni, majke.
Jevo, te životu pičku.
Normalno, jebem. Da, makar onaj crnje, onaj, njegov brat, to će ostati.
Sve.
Tako mu se priviđa sad, ovo.
Pojma nema, ovo je nešto skroz drugo. Neki drugi likovi. Ujebem ti sunce u pičku, pa šta je ovo?
Prođe je lano, bolan. Ovaj ništa nije primijetio.
Ja sam ovo nešto svija. Aha, jeste. Šta je? Mrsko mi čitat. Memorandum neki. Uj. A idi u pizdu materno, idi više jebote.
Oooo, brate.
O, majko
Pičku,
draga,
brate.
kad mi srce nije stalo.
Majke mile, znači.
Gdje ste mu? Da smijete mu?
Ne gleda one špica, brate. Svi ono, ovaj.
A, dakle, ispada jebote.
Ja, kad ono pred očima može sad. A sami sad, šta će sad se desiti?
Šta sam čekao?
Neko može zašto.
Opet čujem nekoga. Opet onaj ćelavi ludak.
Sad pazi. Moraš nešto, možda Prica.
Hey, just relax. We
Još
just
tu.
want to get out of here. Nobody's got to get hurt.
Atak.
Hey, I really don't think that's the best idea.
Sad će voda da udari.
Kakav budala, majko moja draga. Ja.
Sad možda početi sve što.
Moram šta pritiskat jebeno.
Probaj sa mišljom nešto, propazi. Sr. Pazi sad. Sad smo dobro.
Evo i ovo, i ovo.
Ne. Ujebo.
Sjeba se, sve sam pisao umjesto do...
O, ne. Sad i ti njega.
A ne mogu da stignem, sve je prebrzo jebote. Druže, prebrzo mi izbaci.
Ja sad ću. Ajde, pritisni to i dovoljno.
Aj jebote, život. Ko, pa pritiska! Koji kurac je?
Jebote.
Ono vredi.
Svi
nema.
izginuše, jebote.
Ne mogu, brate, pritiska, ma neće da mi...
Šta sad će ovo ostati i dalje živ, majmun?
Jebote, koja glupost više i sve. Ko debil kikće malo, ono neće da mi pritisne. Šta sam sad ja jedini ostao živ? Svi su pomrli.
Samo moraš postati. Sad još teže. Ko zna šta će se desiti. Sve. Evo ga, nezgodna igrica dosta. Ne znaš i kad će se šta očekivati, šta da prisniš, šta... I ako mu je tamo ostalo svi živi?
Ako mu će sam preživio ova dva brata crnje, što su tunci. Niko više nije, svi su ostali tamo.
What just happened?
Šta sad će ovo ostati, ova se probuditi, šta?
Ma ne.
Kako je igrica? Šta sad ovo drugo? Da, stvarno. Šta dole u kraj?
Puno je.
Izgleda jest.
This is the end, I guess. Oh, goddamn engine.
Ja ne znam šta će nastati, ljudi. Šta sad, njemu se sad više.
Šta sad jevo te život u pičku?
O, ubijena netko.
Ti sunce. Ovo je glava...
Ovo je onaj najmun.
Glava raštopada.
Ova je možda je mogla preživjeti samo da nije ona udarila. Kroj.
Kraj!
Šta ćeš?
Čekaj sad da vidimo, da ogledamo kraj. Moramo i ovo da ispratimo.
That's it. Game over.
Šta je, ko je sve glumio, šta? Gled.
We'll always try again, see if you can't do better next time around. Not a very happy ending. Or maybe it is. Depends what
Zanimamo
makes
oni
you
što ti
happy.
voliš, da ih ima srce.
I suppose when
Sad ćemo
the
vidjeti.
curtain falls, you're either ready for it or you're not. And the distributor cat? Boom. Unfortunate. It's all about decisions, isn't it? Decisions made in a hurry, in a panic, made at the heart. Instead of the head, or vice versa. Sometimes those decisions take a long time to have
Pa
repercussions.
drugo, nismo dugo strmali, ja sam mislio da ti kažeš nema još malo ostalo, i je tačno bilo.
Pa eto,
Evo
evo ga, naši ljudi,
Srbi
naši
ljudi.
ljudi. Mastilović, Šikimić, Levaja, Zlatković, Mamić, Damjanov, Lakić. Sve naši ljudi, pogledajte, Miroslav Radovanović,
znači
Saša Kociš, Kalaj, Nataša Mirković.
sve ljudi sa Balkana. I normalno Amerikanci isto su tu učestvovali neki, jel tako?
Logično.
Možeš da premotaš, a možeš da ih pogledaš, daj.
Sad je neka muzika, ali to bi bilo ljudi to što se tiče ove igrice.
Sad ima nešto da samo pokažem, samo skip. To smo gledali. Znači ima multiplay, traje troje ljudi, ima sad nešto da pokažem koji su pravi likovi koji su glumili u toj igrici.
Stvarno?
Pravi likovi imaju koji su
Baš me
samo
zanima.
napravljeni avatar, to jeste likovi.
Čekaj, ima još.
Ovo je kraj, tako? Čekaj, još nije se završilo.
A idi u pičku mater, a idi u pizdu mater, a daj, marš u pizdu mater. A daj, idi u pičku mater. Ljudi, ova je ta igrica koja izlazi 2020. godine. Na for liste ove.
Čekaj, ali nije na brod nego.
Nije na brodu, ali bukvalno na for ove napravljeno.
Jebote sve, ali me prepade Bog ti jara sve.
A šta misliš meni? The Little Hope.
Znači, to je
The Dark Pictures, Little Hope, 2020. ljudi izlazi.
Da.
Soon.
Piši svi. Sad, ako je ovo kraj, da ti nešto samo pokažem.
Idi u pizdu, mater.
A me prepade i
Ti sunce.
tamo ovo da završimo, da vidimo, da odgledamo. To zovi producenti, glavni kreator. Ima onaj brat, one što je zaljubljena bila od Srnju. Što je preživio sad. Ne, to je.
A šta nas, vidiš?
Znači, specijal...
Pardon ljudi.
Ajde. Aj, prvo ćemo ići. 1, 2, 3.
The horror anthology is much loved.
Ovo je
as an
history.
established pedigree across
Dobro, nećemo to, nešto i nije zanimljivo. Vjerovao sam ja pa zato... Evo ovo jest. Ovo je onaj brat sad što će... Vidiš, kad si počinjel...
Hey, what's up, man? Conrad.
Evo ovaj lik.
Good to finally meet you, Conrad. This is Brad, by the way, my little bro.
Ovaj lik.
Hey man, want to crack a cold one with me?
Sad
In the
ćeš
Man
vidjeti
Medan,
pravo
I
lik.
play a character named Conrad.
Sean
And I
Ashmore.
think initially when we find Conrad, he is a sort of entitled guy.
Ja znam ja ovog glumca.
Where's the old crust bucket skipper?
To je prvi.
He's an
To je
adventurous
prvi
guy.
koji je
He lives off the
napravio.
cusp. He does what he wants.
I'd invite you to make yourselves at home, but,
And I think that's kind of fun to play as an actor. He has no censor, he's no filter. So whatever circumstance he's put into, you know exactly how Conrad feels. And so it was kind of fun performance to start out being brash, kind of a silly guy, and just jump in and have fun with that.
so is everybody on board and ready to go?
Ovoga su pali
You're telling, I'm fine.
čamac. A evo, zna sam ja ovaj.
I think Conrad and I have some similarities. I think the sense of humor and the sense of fun are similar between Conrad and I. But I will say that he's a little more aggressive
Yeah,
and a
po
little
njemu se
more
napravio.
outlandish than I am. Guys, look, I think we gotta listen to our experienced,
Dobro su napravili.
beautiful,
Još
smart,
poslije kad su
and
napravili
beautiful captain here. If she says we should do things the
Connie,
right...
please. I didn't bring you on this trip to get laid.
Wait, what?
I think Conrad's the kind of guy that I would like to be at a party with. You know, I'd like to have a barbecue and drink some beers with him. I don't know that Conrad and I would be best friends. I think we'd butt heads a little bit. Right on, Bradical. I like the cut of your ship. It's jib. Don't ruin it. I think the scenes that I've had the most fun with so far are basically when Conrad is going absolutely crazy. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a scene where these sort of fishermen interact with our divers, with our core crew here, and he's just a bit of an asshole.
Nisam gledao baš.
We can take care of this, man. It's not a problem. I mean, what do you think?
Evo
Like
i
10 bucks
ovaj
cover?
cankine.
Oh, whoops, my bad. Let's make it
Nisam-
20.
Evo sam na brzinu, ali ne vidi se.
Okay. Hold on. I got this.
Evo je.
Well, shoot, you think it's
Yeah.
more like 30? I can do 30. All right. You drive a hard bargain, but I'm with you. Here, you know what? Let's just throw in the whole pot.
A, vidiš, da
That's
se
yours,
neka
go ahead.
čamo, pa onda ono
Pa,
pokri.
zna, pa tako i pes pravi isto.
He's just got an attitude. He's brash. These people are messing with his group, and he just kind of lets loose and talks trash to them. And as a guy who would never do that in real life, it's a lot of fun to just kind of let Conrad flow, say whatever he wants.
You are an idiot.
They left, didn't they?
That doesn't make you any less of an idiot.
You know, the only thing funnier than seeing you
Yeah,
try
well.
to buy your way out of that situation is watching you put your money to waste.
Got a smile out of you.
Kako je već, kako gledaš. Ovako ih.
One of the most interesting and
I
one of
know,
the
look,
key moments that
sorry,
sticks
sorry.
out for me is Conrad's decision in the first act of the game, either
Zanima me
to
od
stay with
kakav
the
je
group
plavuša je.
or potentially
Baš mi
just
izmjene
take
zadnje
off.
vrijeme.
Ja ću nju ubiti.
Sve ćeš biti.
When
Viš
we're on a
što se
boat,
ovdje.
maybe we can take it.
Evo je.
Evo ono.
Yeah, it's a speedboat. I can get out through the window. Gotta break these off first.
Too loud. They'll hear it.
We're gonna break them during the thunder. Good call.
Don't leave us here, okay?
And I think, again, this is what's interesting. Depending on how the player sculpts the story, Conrad can become a coward, essentially, and desert his friends and his family, or become a hero and stay. These fuckers need to pay. So that, to me, is very, very interesting. Two very human choices, and depending on how our player decides to live with these characters, can totally change the outcome of the game. So I think that I enjoy when Conrad makes the heroic choice and gets to stick around. He obviously gets to see more of the adventure, but it's just as possible that he tries to save his own life and takes off.
Wow, that was intense. That's one way to put it.
Dobro je crn. Crn.
got a better way to put it? All the characters do have very strong
Close.
personalities and drives.
Leave.
I think Conrad is the instigator.
Good news, bad news. Bad news? I don't see how this could get any worse.
I think he is the one that really starts the confrontation with the fishermen. These are kind of
Ja ih zanima me kako se njega ali po kome je Bog te ovakvog nakaranog da ga napravi.
So I think in a lot of ways, Conrad is there to stir the pot and create drama.
I recognize them.
How was that good news? I thought you were gonna ask the good news first. You're such an idiot, Jesus.
Do I prefer playing the good guy or the bad guy? I think that there's fun in both. To be honest, I don't get to play the bad guy as much as I get to play the good guy, so I think I relish those moments where I get to play the darker side of things. But I think every good hero has
Ono je
that
pametniji,
has that
nije ono
dark side.
retardirani
A
snav.
good guy who only is doing good things is kind
Pa
of boring.
dobro je.
You just had to miss them, didn't you?
So I think that there's elements of both sides in both characters, and the best villains are the villains that don't think they're doing anything wrong. Their motivation is not like, oh, I'm a mustache twirling bad guy. It's like, no, they're doing what's right for them. It just happens to be against what most people think is the right thing to do.
O, Antoni, pozdrav za tebe.
A nice jab with a sharp knife.
Because I'd had some experience working with motion capture and games before, this experience was much easier for me coming right in. I didn't feel like I was jumping into the deep end. What I really like is that all the actors are constantly there all the time. There's the ability to work off each other without the pressure of specific lighting and marks. There's a freedom to that I really, really enjoy. It's been really good. It's been very kind of a free experience as far as like motion capture performance.
A lepša je igrica, lepša je igrica.
Conrad? You're a piece of work, Conrad. I'm not all work, I'm a little play, too. Hashtag wink.
Če ovo je kraj ovog.
Kraj je.
Šta je sljedeće?
Hello.
A, ovo se.
I am the curator of stories. Stories of love and hate, greed
Ovo sam gledao
and
donekle,
beauty,
jel?
life and death. Stories such as this one.
The curator of the Dark Pictures anthology bridges between the player and the
Ovo je
story, being
glavni
very
producer
aware of what
igrice.
they've
To je i
done,
onaj
but also
lik.
much more aware than the player about what's actually going on in the story and what the context is and what the scenario is.
What do you think happened to this guy?
Now, for the first time, for some reason that he himself doesn't even understand, he's been given the opportunity to talk to somebody, and that
Yes,
somebody
to je
is
taj
the
lik.
player. As far as he knows, it's always been him that's done this job and nobody else. And within his library is the story of
Jebote, ovo kad je
everybody's
se
life and
desilo.
death. There's even rooms in there that he can't
kada se
remember ever
pojavilo
going
na
in, but he's
ljepotcama.
way too busy to go and explore because there's always another end of life to record and document.
Clothes are so important because they provide an insight into the character.
Ovo je napravio
They
karaktere.
explain where the character's been, they describe where he's going, they suggest motive. We want the audience to
Džemperi,
perceive him
džemperi.
as having everything completely in control.
Džemperi.
So all of the ideas of his clothes being tailored to his body, it's really important to us. We work with a costume designer. He did a lot of research into the authenticity of the materials and textures. He provided us with lots of authentic high-resolution reference. He even gave us material swatches. It was really useful for us because looking at the folds, looking at the visual language of cloth, how do they sit on the character? Is it working from a
Šta
distance?
znam,
What's
pa
the
nije
weight
lako,
of the
bez
material?
obzira koliko god da je
It gives a
kratka.
really good platform in order
Ništa
to
nije
produce high-quality, realistic materials.
I'm here
Said
to
what?
record the story you choose to tell.
I think that whenever you're dealing with a realistic human acting performance and facial expressions, that part of it is so key to transferring the emotion that you want to over to the player. Just the definition of detail that you need now is quite challenging.
But there are repercussions.
In terms of cameras, it's quite interesting as well because we've talked a little bit before about how we use skewed angles, upshots, tilts and all that kind of thing to create this feeling of unease and anxiety in the horror moments. And for the curator, it's quite the opposite actually. He's very much in control and he knows everything about the game you're playing and he's very much at home in his own environment. So we took the approach to have a lot more flattering shots, a lot more level shots. You look at him at a natural height. You're never like below or above him. And it creates this veneer of control. It's almost like it's very straightforward and he's just delivering you these statements.
You see, we each make decisions according to our own moral compass.
And of course he's British. As soon as we'd established that and who he was and what his personality was, our minds went pretty much straight to Pip Torrens to deliver the performance. And Pip's done a brilliant job bringing everything that we wanted in the curator to life on the screen. And pretty much everything that we shot was nailed on first take.
But
the truth of this story isn't fixed. A story can change a great deal when told from a different perspective.
One thing that was really important for us with the art direction was to somehow differentiate him from the rest of the game that you're experiencing. And with that we could make a really interesting contrast, because as the player you might be experiencing all this horror, all this craziness, and all of a sudden you're taken out to quite a different and quite an unusual place. So that was a really fun thing to play with. We tried to play up on that contrast and really signal to the player that there was a change happening. The curator addresses the player directly. He's quite ambiguous, he's quite mysterious. You're really not sure if he's there to help you or hinder you sometimes. And I wanted that to kind of be reflected in the art. The corridor that he is in at the start of the game, where you see him a lot of times, we wanted to get this feel of an almost infinite corridor that's got this maze-like feel. It's not a set-out space that you automatically understand as a viewer when you see it. You're not sure how long it goes on, how many paths there are, how much of a maze this corridor is. So to light that, we wanted to get this feel where there's not markers that tell you this is where you are right now in the corridor, you've been here before, just to increase that feeling of not being fully aware of your surroundings and add to the mystery of the scene.
And then he goes into his repository, which is a huge vault of books and secrets with his main desk right in the middle. It's got large windows for light, a skylight above that would also let a lot of light in, a mezzanine floor, a marble
Britanci
fireplace,
zapravo,
classical,
nisu Amerikanci.
sophisticated.
Velike Britanije.
The feature of the repository is the curator's desk. So we researched how that might look and we wanted to make it look a big, substantial piece of furniture. We added a lot of scroll work and detail to the front and rear, all of the things that you'd expect, the brass fittings for the drills. There's quite a lot of detail went into that, and we thought we might be seeing that quite close as well again. So in the end, it fits nicely within its environment. It references some of the Victorian era detail that you might see on a piece like that.
The creator has the ability to access stories through the pictures on the wall. They're almost portal through to another world. And that all had to fit within our architectural environment.
zaštitni
Very
znak kao
ornate framings,
igrice.
large
Lobanj.
pictures that would hang on the walls that would feel correct and not out of place in something of this nature.
We thought about where we could include light sources that would be interesting, would put light in the right area.
Ajde, možemo sad gledati 3 dana. Ovo je zaključano.
Ne znam šta se dešava kad smo u multiplayer. Samo da vidimo što se desi. Story. Ček.
Ovako. Aha.
Šta je ovo drugo? Nema gledati. Ovo vraća nazad.
Možda invajtuješ prijatelje.
Ovo preko Steama. Dobro, ovo treba kupiti. Okej, to je to. Šta ti misliš to je?
Igrica je top napravljena, samo eto, mogla da bude malo duža.
Mogla je baš brati moji.
Ali eto.
Da ne izađemo iz igrice, pošto sam sve odgledala što se tiče ove kolekcije, da vidimo. Šta smo to skupili?
Evo slike.
Fali još 7-8 slika. Aha, to možemo da vidimo šta sa previđanje. Ha. Čemo ovo. Čekaj, ovo je ono kad...
Kad je u vodi ono. U vodi kad se nagdavio.
Pa to je to. Ništa, ljudi moji. To bi bilo to što se tiče ove igrice. Samo da ja izađem iz igrice.
Vidimo se možda sa njim nekad.
Nekad za jedno možda 2 godine. Tako da ćemo ovdje završiti ovaj serijal. Tako ako ste uživali, like, share i subscribe, a mi se vidimo u naravno live streamu. Ovo je bio Man of Medan. Jako moćna igrica, jako dobro odrađena i grafika je ekstra, tako da, ljudi moji, vidimo se, ljudi moji, pozdrav od Zlatana i Apolona BS, a mi se vidimo naravno live streamu. Ćao.